こんにちは、皆さん。今日です。So, I will be reacting to a video about 16 rules every black person must follow in order to survive in Japan. This is bound to be interesting, so without further ado, 行きましょう。
俺の名前はホランド。今年ヒューストンの高校を卒業して地元の小さな町工場で働いている。知っていると思うが、つい最近ミネアポリスで黒人が白人警官に殺される事件が起きた。黒人の命を守れ、人種差別をやめろ。アメリカ中で大規模なデモが巻き起こっている。なんでこんな大きなデモになったのか、黒人差別とは一体何なのか。今回それを伝えるためこのノートを紹介したいんだ。内容は黒人がやっちゃいけない16のルール。何度も読み返してボロボロになっちまったな。これは若い黒人が従うべき暗黙のルール帳。俺が幼い頃に母さんが作ってくれたものだ。これを初めて見た時、俺は泣いた。なんで黒人に生まれたってだけでここまでしなきゃならないんだって。でも母さんはこう言うんだ。
これを守らないとあなたは殺されてしまうかもしれないのよ。
母は愛する我が子のために作ってくれたんだ。今回はそのルールを一つずつ紹介したい。その1、手をポケットに入れてはいけない。おい、見ろよあいつ。ナイフ、いや、銃を持っているんじゃ。黒人はポケットに手を入れているだけで凶器を隠していると思われる可能性があるから。その2、パーカーのフードをかぶってはいけない。ああ、急に雨が降って最悪だ。お前そこの黒人、顔を出せ。犯罪をするために顔を隠していると勘違いされるかもしれないから。その3、シャツを着ないまま外に出てはいけない。今日は暑いな。そこのお前、なんでそんな格好で外にいる。不快に思われるかもしれないから、たとえ自宅の敷地内でもだ。その4、一緒にいる相手がどんな人か確認する。たとえ路上で会った人でも。はじめまして、あなたはどんなお仕事を？おめえらには答えねえよ。よるんじゃねえよ。僕たちに悪意を持つ人たちかもしれないから、そういう人とは距離を取らないといけない。その5、遅い時間まで外を出歩かない。今日は最高だったな。また遊ぼうぜ。
こんな時間にうちの周りに黒人が。通報しなきゃ。
遅い時間に出歩くとなぜか僕たちは悪いことをするように見えるらしい。その6、買わないものを触らない。これはやっぱいらないや。
黒人の触ったものなんか買いたくないわ。
僕たちが触ったものにネガティブな感情を持つ人がいるんだ。その7、たとえガム一つだったとしても何かを買ったらレシートがレジ袋なしで店を出てはいけない。貴様、万引きをしただろう。
買いました。
嘘をつけ貴様。こうなるかもしれないから。これでまだ半分。その8、誰かと言い争いをしているように見せてはいけない。お前ふざけんなよ。悪い、黒人に絡まれてる。助けなきゃ。ふざけていてもどう解釈されるかわからない。そして悪いのはいつも黒人なんだ。その9、身分証明書なしで外に出てはいけない。いや、違うんだ。俺はここのバイトなんだよ。なら身分証を見せろ。それが家に忘れて、やっぱり強盗だろってことだ。その10、タンクトップを着て運転してはいけない。調子に乗ってんじゃねえよカズゲ。
シャツを着てよ、シャツを。
その11、ドゥーラグをつけたまま運転してはいけない。おい貴様、マフィアか。車内を調べさせてもらう。違います。その12、タンクトップもしくはドゥーラグを巻いて出かけたりしてはいけない。おい貴様、マフィアか。両手を上げて壁につけ。はい。悪そうな格好をした時点でリアルアクトってことさ。その13、大きな音楽をかけて車に乗ってはいけない。騒音を垂れ流しやがってぶっ殺してやろうか。俺たちが流すと白人よりイラつきの度合いが増幅するんだ。その14、白人の女性をじっと見てはいけない。おい、なぜ俺の女をじろじろ見やがった。いや、ちょっと見ただけで。嘘つき、レイプするつもりだったんだな。その15、警察に職務質問されたら反論してはいけない。協力的でありなさい。名前は、住所は、なんでこんなところに。いや、いきなりなんだよ。答えられないのか。怪しいやつだ。連行する。最後はちょっと長いんだが、おい、そこの車止まれ。その16、警察に車を停止させられたらダッシュボードに両手を乗せて運転免許証と登録証を出してもいいか尋ねなさい。車内をチェックする。免許証と登録証ならここに。おい、許可なく動くな。撃つぞ。そうしないと怪しい動きをしようとしたなんて言われていきなり撃たれるかもしれないからだ。俺は11歳の時にこのルールを全部覚えて実践してた。
母さんは理不尽にあなたが命を奪われるなんて耐えられない。これが私たちの現実。
黒人は外に出るとき、みんな心の奥底で思っている。今日は無事に家に帰れるだろうか。それくらいにこの理不尽な差別は根深いんだ。デモが暴動に発展してしまったのは良くないことだ。でもこれをきっかけに黒人の現状が少しでも変わることを祈っている。
This video is highly exaggerated, and clearly they have an agenda to frame all black people as these innocent victims who are just hated by society and the world, and that whenever a black person steps out their house, they have to think about the possibility of them dying from police or facing racial discrimination. In the end, they gave a statistic saying that about 12.9% of people, black people, are in the prison system. The problem is with subjects like these is that we're never told the grand synopsis or the bigger picture of why things are the way they are. I've talked about this multiple times on this channel and in my own personal political channel that I also have, that many stereotypes are rooted in truth. Whether good or bad, stereotypes exist because there has been a very big sample of people who have these behaviors. As someone who happens to be Kokujin, I've lived in predominantly black communities majority of my life. And I will tell you that in many of these communities, there's a lot of crime that happens. Now, why does that happen? Well, wherever there's poverty, there's going to be crime. What's the cause of this poverty? Well, I've said it multiple times that the black family is completely decimated. 80% of our children are born without fathers in the household. Black women are the least amount of women in America to be married. 64% of black men are single, and a small minute of black men are the ones having all the babies with multiple women. So we have dysfunction. When you have dysfunction in the home, it creates cultural problems that now create other problems. For example, some of the things they've said, well, hoodies and having your hands in your pockets. Well, if you guys have ever been in the projects or the hood, you realize a lot of blacks are suspicious, because a lot of gangbangers or people who do crime or part of gangs tend to look a certain way. Now, as I've always said, you should judge a person by the person and allow that person to defy the stereotypes that may be associated with that group. However, I'll be lying. It would be criminal to not say that many blacks display themselves that way. And what I also hate is that people really do not know proper police protocol. You can't just walk up to a person and point a gun at them. That's not in their training. And if a cop does that, obviously they're not listening to the training they've received. They're not obeying the training that they've received, or they're being reckless. Not only that, we have body cams everywhere. Almost every department nowadays in America has the police officers have body cameras. So they videotape everything that happens. As a cop, I can't just go up to a black man and start pointing my gun. I can't do that. That's poor training. So it's heavily exaggerated where they have these pictures where there's this innocent black guy, and then the white cop is, and then what kills me is that many departments in the United States of America are multicultural in the police department. If you look at cities like Baltimore, LA, New York, majority, a good amount of cops are African American or minorities. So I really hate this narrative that they're always trying to put black people as victims, or black people are just hated by everybody. What does this do to help people? Oh man. Everyone knows people will treat you how you carry yourself, right? If you're a person who's wearing a whole bunch of jewelry, you got a hoodie on, you look like you're about to something, what do you think people are gonna say? Not only that, you go into any corner store or convenience store, supermarket in the hood, people will tell you, even black owners will tell you, a lot of the youth tend to steal. Now, for me, I don't dress like a hoodlum or I don't dress like a thug. When I go certain places, I'm not stared at or racially profiled because of how I carry myself. If a white person had a hood on with a whole bunch of tattoos or a whole bunch of jewelry, look like he's about to do something, it's not because he's white, it's because he looks a certain way. That's why they're gonna assume you're doing something wrong. And that's because a large sample of blacks tend to do these stuff. I've always said, and I will say this again, people viewing you as a victim will never help you. They will never respect you. They won't, you'll never be respected as a victim. And a lot of these narratives that Black Lives Matter and all these other racially involved groups want to promote is that black people are just hated by everybody. And we live in the most non-racist country on the planet. And that's a fact. Literally. Is there racist people? Yes, there are racist people, but they're racist everywhere. But why is it when we always talk about racism, it's always about whites hating blacks? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk about the beef that Asians have with each other. We don't talk about the rival tribes in Africa that hate each other. We don't talk about how the English and the Scottish or the Irish, one of those groups, have beef with each other. It's always about white against black, and black being these poor victims, but not counting the fact that black culture promotes a lot of this dysfunction. And a lot of black people sadly fit the stereotype. Now, is there cases where cops do things wrong and black men and women are, done wrong? Of course. But the vast majority of why black men are in jail is because black homicide, we're the top homicidal group in all groups in the United States per capita relative to our population. Blacks, the number one killer of black men is other black men, homicides. We are 13% of the population, but we make almost half the murders in the United States of America. That's terrible. We have a dysfunctional culture that promotes violence. We don't promote family values. We promote promiscuity. Baby mamas, no marriages. Women are defiant and masculine. Men are out of control, rebellious, joining gangs, have no male leadership. That's the problem. That's the reason why a lot of the stereotypes exist, because of the dysfunction that we black people have promoted. And this video is highly exaggerated. Obviously, you guys can see how fed up I am about these narratives. For example, and I'll end this video with this. You guys do not watch this channel because I'm a black man. You guys watch this channel because you get something from me that you value. I give something valuable to you guys, right? You don't feel sorry for me because I'm black. You come watch these videos because you care about the content that we put out. You like what I have to say, or you just find me entertaining. You're not watching my channel because you feel sorry for me because I'm a black man that's hated by everybody. You don't see me that way. That's because I don't base my identity off my skin color. But not only that, I'm a person of value who tries to give, valuable content to you guys. It's not because I want you guys to feel sorry for me. And I highly doubt any of you guys are looking at me saying, wow, Kyo is such a oppressed person because he's black. And yet, majority of this audience is Japanese and I'm a black guy. But yet they claim that every other race of people hates me because I'm black. But yet, majority of my supporters on this channel are Asian. And even on my other channel, majority of my supporters are white people. So this stuff is a bunch of bullcrap. End of story. So if you guys like the video, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Minasan. じゃあね。